Welcome to another edition of Fridays with Fred. My name is Fred Said. Is it better to rent or is it better to buy? It's a question that I get asked all the time, and I'm sure as a real estate consumer, you see that all the time as well. And today I'm going to give you kind of a formula of what to look at to determine for yourself whether it's better to rent or whether it's better to buy. So the first thing you want to look at from a rental standpoint is you already know. When you rent a property, this is going to be your rent amount. Let's say, for example, it's $2,000 a month. Your responsibility is the rent itself. Ideally, you want to get renter's insurance, which is about $25 a month. On top of that, you're going to have your utilities, which is completely separate from the payment of the property. So when you rent a property at $2,000 a month, your out the door is going to be somewhere about $2,025, and that includes the renter's insurance. So that's a rental aspect of it. On top of that, for the rental, you have no tax deductions or tax benefits because you're renting the property and you don't own it. Now let's flip the script and go and see what it looks like if you want to buy a property. When you have a mortgage and you buy a property, you have that mortgage payment. And let's say that mortgage payment is about $2,000 a month. And that includes the principal and interest on the loan that you're getting. On top of that mortgage payment, you're going to have HOA dues for the community if it has an HOA. And let's say it's $250 for that. You're going to have homeowner's insurance for that type of property. Let's say it's $50 a month. So far you have $2,000 principal and interest mortgage, you have $250 HOA, and you have $50 insurance, which makes you a total of $2,300 so far. On top of that, you're going to have property taxes as well, and let's say that's an additional $200. So your out-the-door payment when you own the property, and if you buy, for example, it's about $2,500 over here. Depends on purchase price, down payment, all the factors. But I'm just letting you know what's the payments and the prices and the dollar amounts involved in buying a property. So along with buying a property and those extra fees, association, insurance, taxes, and mortgage payment, the benefit is you have a tax deduction and a tax benefit on the interest that you're paying. So you got to weigh out both figures. When the rent payment and you're renting a property, you have a rental amount, you have renter's insurance, and you have no tax benefits. And then when you buy a property, you have the mortgage payment, you have the HOA dues, the property taxes, and the homeowner's insurance, and you have a tax benefit. So you want to talk to your accountant or CPA to see what that tax benefit really is. And then you look at both situations and say, do I want to rent? Do I want to buy? And what makes sense for me financially? And also you want to look at your situation as far as what down payments you have, what credit you have, and what your income looks like, and your debt as well. And then ultimately decide at this given moment, is it better for me just to rent a property? Or is it better for me to buy? Because if you're in a position to buy a property, today's market, as I've mentioned multiple times, and you've read all over the news everywhere, it's a great time to buy because interest rates are fantastic and prices are as low as they're possibly going to get in multiple opinions. So any questions whatsoever, call us 7 days a week at 949-272-0125, and we'll analyze your situation and give you our opinion if it's better for you to stay renting or get in the market and pick up a property. And you can look at all properties in Southern California on our highly reviewed website at www.bestocproperties.com, and tune in next week for another edition of Fridays with Fred. Why? Because that's what Fred said.